Okay, hopefully this signal's coming out to everyone back home. As you can see, I have very terrible options for this rink, the setup. Luckily, I think this is the only game we have in this rink, though, for the tournament. So we are down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for the CCM Florida Cup. The Sting have ripped off a 19-0-1 streak their past 20 games since that mid-Friday night October loss to the Falcons. And we are going to have our work cut out for us if we are going to keep that unbeaten streak alive. We're in a very tough division down here in Florida. Our first game is against the 16U Carolina Junior Hurricanes. They come in 22-7, and they have played quite a few AAA teams on their schedule, and I think they've fared pretty decently against those AAA teams. So this is going to be a good team. It's going to be a good test for the Sting this weekend, and we will see how it goes. This is a CCM tournament, so along with those rules, we have 15-minute periods. Penalties are only a minute and a half, and there will be an ice cut every 2 periods. We just had an ice scrape before our game started, so we will have an ice scrape after the second period of this game. Looks like we're actually starting a little early here, about 5 minutes early. Oh, and also, let's see, the format of this tournament, there are 8 teams in this division, and it'll be just like Dallas. You have to finish a round-robin play in the top 4 to play on Sunday. So got to get wins. As we found out down in Dallas, ties are better than a loss, but they're not very helpful if you're not getting any wins. So got to win our games to move on to Sunday. Alright, so unfortunately you're probably going to have to rely on my play-by-play a lot for this game since it's going to be hard to see. So in net today will be Skrupski starting. And then the first line out looks like is going to be Land, Freeman, Salas, Axe, and Gwynn. So opening face-off. Say goodbye to Sting. They regroup up the boards, over to Salas. It's knocked off of his stick, and the Carolina Hurricanes. What am I going to say? Canes, Hurricanes? I'll say the Canes. They dump it deep into the Sting zone. There's a battle for it behind the net. Axe goes back to get it. He rings around the boards to Gwynn. He sends it up, but not out. Canes holding at the blue line. Their shot is blocked down before he gets to the net, and the Sting send it down the ice. And it will be icing on the Sting. No, coming out would be Kaplan, Dorn, and Knittel with Scales. And I can't see who the other defenseman is. Scales plays it up the boards to Knittel. Knittel picks it up. He's going in on a breakaway. He's going in one-on-one. He's tied up. He was hooked. They don't call a hook. That was the bank play off the defensive zone face-off. Knittel almost got it in. He got hooked on his attempt. They didn't call a penalty. Canes are going the other way. They get into the Sting zone. It goes down behind the net. They send it around the boards. It's picked up by Dorn along the boards. He chips it out of the zone. And Sting are going to change. It's picked up by Otero at the blue line. He's got to wait for Dorn to get on sides. He does, and he flips it into the zone. Canes played around the boards. Trader intercepts it, knocks it back into the corner. Canes bank it around behind their net. Otero's there to get it. That's Ditch that gets it. He plays it to the point. Vogel has it on his stick. He sends it towards the corner, back behind the net. Trader picks it up. He sends it towards the net, but it's blocked. He gets the puck back. He sends it back towards the net. Blocker save is loose. Oh, bounces right over Dorn's. Oh, that was Ditch's stick. It bounced over his stick, or he had a wide open net on the rebound. Scales holds it at the point. It's deflected. It goes behind the net. Ditch has it on his stick back in the corner. He's tripped down, no call. Man, are these refs going to be like Chicago? They just want these games to move. They're not going to call anything. Ditch was tripped. Knittel's been hooked. No calls yet. Really good shift by the Sting. They had a really golden opportunity. That puck was bouncing. That would have been really tough for Ditch to slam that home, but would have been nice to get an early goal. So Land, Pickle, and Middles are out with Gwynn and Field. Face off taken by the Canes. They shoot it up out of the zone. Middles picks up the neutral zone, sends it back into the Canes zone. They got to regroup. Pickles lands on the forecheck. He blocks it down. He picks up the puck, tries to send it down low, but it's blocked by the Canes. Now they have it, and they're skating out of the zone. They send it rink wide into the Sting zone. Knocked away by Field. Sent up to Middles. Middles has it on his stick. His stick's lifted, but he gets it over to Pickle. Pickle takes a shot. Glove save by the Canes goalie. 12:40 to go in the first period. Man, I imagine it's probably hard to see back home because I'm having a hard time seeing right here in person. So we have the same line out for the Sting. Face off one back to Middles. He walks in, he takes a shot, but it's blocked. It's back on his stick. Knocked away again. And the Canes tried to send it out of the zone, but it's knocked down by Land. He sends it back in, but just offsides. Middles had not cleared the zone yet, so it'll be offsides on the Sting. Kaplan comes out to take face off with Freeman and Salas. Canes send it into the neutral zone. They get into the Sting zone. They get around the check of Freeman. They walk in, they take a shot. It goes off the crossbar. And Sting try to chip it out of the zone, but they can't. It's blocked down by the Canes. Canes center it to the slot. Their shot, it goes wide. Ring around the boards, and Kaplan picks it up. No, that's not Kaplan. Who is that? That's Dorn, I think. No, it's Salas. I can't tell who anybody is. That's such a bad angle. Salas plays over to Kaplan. Now Kaplan has it. Toe drag shot. Ooh, good save. Kaplan almost had that. He had the toe drag around the defender. He was looking for that top corner. Couldn't quite get it elevated enough. And Canes goalie holds on for a face-off. Ditch comes out with Dorn and Knittel backed up by Axe and Scales. Face-off taken by the Sting. His shot goes over the net, rings around. Not held in by Scales. He falls down. Canes send it rink wide, but Ditch picks it up. He goes into the Canes zone. He drops it for Dorn. Dorn with a shot and a save. So Stinger getting a lot of pressure. Had a couple of high-quality chances so far. See if we can get an early one in. Ditch is here for the face-off. It's won by the Canes. They ring it around the boards, and they get it out of the zone. They chip it ahead into the Sting zone. They play it towards the center of the net. No one's there. It goes to the corner. They play it back behind the net. It's taken by the Sting. They send it up to Dorn. Dorn's going hard after it. Canes are able to get out of the zone. Dorn's able to get back on sides before the puck enters the blue zone, and he picks it up. He's walking in. He's getting around. He's backhand towards the net, saved by the Canes goalie. Dorn's on the forecheck. He comes away with the puck. He plays it back to the point to Land. Land plays it to Knittel. It's knocked off his stick, and the Sting have got to regroup back in the neutral zone. Vogel plays over to Field. Field back to Vogel. Vogel plays it up to Land. Land chases in after it. Sting on the forecheck. Trader shoves the guy into the boards, and Canes can't get it out. It's held in, but then they get it out of the zone. They play it over. It's intercepted by Otero. There's Trader with the shot. Blocker save to the corner. Canes play it up, and it deflected off the stick into the Canes bench, and we will have a face-off. Good pressure by the Sting again. They're doing a really good job on their forecheck so far. Getting some pretty good chances. Trader tried to go high, blocker side, but it was too far out. It was pretty easy save for the goalie. Now I got Capelin, Pickle, and Middles for the face-off. Canes win the face-off back into their zone. They go behind the net. Middles misses on the forecheck, but Capelin's there to intercept it. He cycles it back down to Middles. Middles leaves it for Pickle. Pickle sends it back to Middles. Middles with the shot is deflected. It goes just wide. Capelin's there to pick it up. He sends it back to the point to the Vogel. Vogel tries a shot, but it's blocked. He picks up the block shot, chips it off the glass. It's bouncing in the middle. Middles picks it up on his stick. He centers it. Pickle's stick was tied up. He couldn't get a shot. Field has it. He sends a shot through the net. Traffic is behind the net. It's tipped in by Capelin for a goal. Really good job by the Sting. Really good forecheck. Field had the shot from the point. It's squirted by the goalie. It was sitting on the crease, and Capelin pokes it in for a 1-0 Sting lead with 9:45 going to first. Face-off taken by the Canes. They go into the Sting zone. They send it to the far side. They take a shot, saved by Skrupski. Sting take it behind the net. I can't tell who it is, so I'm just going to say Sting until I figure out who it is. It's Freeman along the boards, has it pinned. Canes dig it out. Their centering pass goes through the crease. And Salas is there to knock it away, and Salas is taking it out of the zone. He sends it in deep, but he was still on the Sting side of the red line, so that would be icing on the Sting. All right, let's try to zoom in again, see what we can see down there. I need my binoculars to see who's taking the face-off. I think that's Land taking the face-off. Sting win it. Canes knock down the exit pass. Knittel had it on his stick, and Sting get it out of the zone. Knittel's on the forecheck. He wins the puck. That should be interference. He's tackled without the puck. No call. Canes have it. It's held in by Land. He sends it down behind the net. Canes pick it up. Big check by Knittel. Knittel's wrestled to the ground again. No call. Dorn picks it up behind the net. Land checks him into the boards. Knittel picks it up. He plays it to the front of the net. He still has it. It's taken away from him, and the Canes are going the other way with 3-on-2. Man, these refs are just not going to call anything, I guess. Knittel was tackled without the puck, and they didn't call anything. They try to knock down Knittel, but he reverses him. He loses the puck on the toe drag as the Sting are changing. Canes take it out. They're going through the neutral zone. Trader with the back check. He knocks it away. And Canes just whack it into the Sting zone. Sting are regrouping. They play it off the boards. It goes to Capelin. He's going through center ice. The Trader. Capelin goes to the net. He takes a shot. Goalie saves it into the netting. We'll have a face-off with 8:08 to go in the first period. So Capelin, Trader, Otero are out with Scales and Vogel. Face-off taken by the Canes behind their net. Capelin has it. He centers it off Otero's stick and into the goal. Sting take a 2-0 lead. The pass from Capelin to Otero. And it's 2-0 Sting lead with 8:05 to go in the first period. Good start. A lot of hockey left. Sting are putting on a lot of pressure beginning this game. They're not letting the Canes breathe at all. Their forecheck has been really good so far. Now we have a face-off with Capelin. Let's see, Otero, Trader. Everyone's still out there. That was out there. Face-off taken by Trader. He tried to send in the Canes zone, but they knock it down. Trader blocks their pass, and Canes finally get it in to the Sting zone. They cycle it behind the net. It goes behind the net. Scales has it. He sends it off the boards to Otero. Otero's hooked, no call. Shot to the net. It goes wide. Trader picks it up along the boards. He sends it up to Capelin. Capelin can't handle the pass. It bounces off his tape, but he intercepts it. He gets it right back. He walks in. It's hacked away from him. He picks it up along the boards. He cycles it down low to Trader. Trader skating along the boards. He cycles it back to Capelin. Capelin walks in. He takes a shot through traffic. Good. And it's a goal! Bounced off the goalie's head, off his back, and rolled in for a 3-0 Sting lead. Really good little cycle job by Trader and Capelin on the sideboards. They kept handing it off till someone could get a good angle. Capelin took the shot. Now Sting have a 3-0 lead with 7:21 to go in the first period. Another good forecheck by the Sting led to this goal. That was 2 goals for that line on that shift. So face off in the neutral zone, taken by the Canes. They're regrouping. They send it up. And they skate into the Sting zone. They send it behind the net. Those are some lively boards back there. They send it to the front of the net. It's knocked away by Skrupski. Field is hooked, no call. I guess they're just not going to call any penalties unless it's just egregious this game. Sting regroup. They send it up out of the zone, and that's going to be icing on the Sting. So go all the way back down to the other end. Land, Freeman, and Salas come out with Gwynn and Field for the faceoff. Faceoff taken by somebody. It's played to the point. Canes send it back to the corner. Play it back to the point. Hey, walked in, shot through traffic's deflected. It goes Roy wide. Takes a friendly bounce for the Canes, but Scroops is able to get back over, make the save. Canes send it behind the net. They send it up along the boards. They gather it. Defenseman pinches, sends it back in. This has been the best pressure of the game so far for the Canes. They take a shot. It's blocked. Doesn't get through. And the Sting are skating out with it. Freeman has it on his stick. He sends it over to Salas. Salas picks it up in the corner. His centering pass. No one's there for the Sting, and the Canes take it. Squirts out to neutral zone. Sting regroup. Scales has it on his stick. He plays it ahead to Freeman, but he misses the puck. And the Canes get it back into the Sting zone. Good back check by Land to take it away. He sends it out of the Sting zone. Salas pokes it away. He sends it rink wide over to Vogel. Vogel has it. He sends it in deep. And that's Axe. He sends it in deep, and Sting are changing. Canes ringing around the boards. They can't get it out of the zone. Caplin's there to hold it in. Caplin has it on his stick. And Canes stick it out, but it's held in. It's shot from the point by Scales, and it's held on for a face-off with 5:37 to go in the period. So we have Knittel, Dorn, and Capelin out with Scales and Axe. Face-off taken by the Sting, back to the point. Scales has it. He takes a shot. Well, rolled off his stick, so he couldn't quite corral it, so he sends it back behind the net. Caplin's back there to get it. He's taken down, no call. This is crazy. They try to get out. Dorn holds it in. It's picked up by Knittel. He's walking in. It's knocked away from him. Canes try to get up, and now it's gloved down by Vogel at the point. He takes a shot. Glove save by the Canes goalie. Hold on for another face-off. Both teams are coming out with a fresh set of players. Ditch and Trader and Otero come out for the forwards for the Sting. See what play they run here. Face off one, back to Scales. He takes a shot, goes off the goalie glove, over the net. Ditch goes back to get it. He sends it back to the point. It's held in by Axe. He takes a shot through traffic. Trader almost deflected it, just missed, and the goalie is able to hold on for a save and a face-off. Another face-off to the right of the goalie, or left of the goalie. The Canes win it. They send it around the boards. That looks like that's their defensive zone play. They try to get it up and out, and they do. And they're skating into the Sting zone. Ditch is there to get it. He backhands it out of the zone. It's gloved down by the Canes. Trader gets it. He sends it in deep to the Canes zone, and Otero's on the forecheck. So Canes get it out, and Scales was pinching and missed. Trader backcheck. Good backcheck by Trader. Shoulder the guy off the puck. He goes back and gets the puck. He plays it up to Otero. It bounced over his stick, and the Canes pick it up. They send it in off their stick into the Sting zone. It goes around the boards. They play it up the middle of the ditch. He's skating into the Canes zone along the boards. He drops it for Otero. Ditch is laid out. But Otero still has it behind the net. He lost it in his skates. The Canes have it. They try to get it out, and they do get it out. They're going through a neutral zone. Their pass is too far. Vogel picks it up. Stretch pass up to Pickle. Pickle tips it into the zone. And Canes ringing around the boards. Sting hold it in for a second, then the Canes whack it out. Vogel goes back to get it. He sends it over to Field on the regroup. Field sends it too far for Middles, and that will be icing on the Sting. 3:41 to go in the first period. So Land, Middles, and Pickle are out with Field and Vogel, I think. Face-off taken by the Sting. Field sends around the board to Vogel. Vogel has it on his stick. He's skating out. Sends it up to Middles. It's tied up along the boards. And it is dug out by Land. Land has it. He plays it off the boards over to Field. Field plays it up the middle to Middles on his stick. And he's skating into the Canes zone. He's angled off the puck. He takes a tumble, but he gets right back up. Sting hold it in. Vogel's shot is blocked at the point, and the Sting have got to regroup over to Gwynn. Gwynn tries to send it to Field, or Land. It's knocked away him. Land gets it back. He sends it. He tries to centering pass. Good defensive play by the Canes. Blocks that pass. And the Canes are going the other way. We missed a pinch again, so they're going in all alone. They take a shot. Luckily, it goes over the net. So if there's one thing the Sting have not done well so far this period is the defenders have missed a few pinches. So got to be a little more careful with those. But other than that, the Sting have been playing really well, really aggressive, a lot of pressure. .234 to go in the first period. We have Kaplan, Freeman, and Salas out with Gwynn and somebody else on defense. Axe is on defense. It's picked up by Kaplan. He whiffs on the pass. He gets it back, and it's taken away from him. And the Canes get into the Sting zone, but they lose the handle on the puck. It goes back to the neutral zone. Salas is on the forecheck. Freeman knocks it off their stick into the Canes zone. Canes play high off the glass. It's gloved down by Kaplan. He can't find the puck, and the Canes take it away. They got a cross-ice pass to get out of their zone. They play it up and out. Gwynn misses the puck. He's got to go back to get it. Canes pick it up in the corner. And their centering pass finds somebody in the slot. He whiffs on the shot. Then another shot goes wide. Stinger a little loose in the defensive end. They had a couple guys wide open. They got it behind the net. Their centering pass is knocked away, and Freeman picks it up. He sends it off the boards. That's going to be too far, and that's going to be icing on the Sting. No, that did not make it across the line. They called icing anyway. So 1:35 to go in the first period. Dorn, Knittel, and Ditch come out with somebody on defense. Looks like Scales and maybe Vogel. So face off in the Sting zone. Let me figure out which right-handed shot on the D has the white tape. Yeah, that is Vogel. Okay. So Hurricanes win the face-off. They're behind the Sting net. They're looking for options. They skate to the corner. They try to cycle it down low. Goes all the way around past everybody. And Canes pick it up along the boards. It's taken away by Knittel. Knittel has it. He plays it over to Dorn. Dorn's walking in. He puts on the brakes. He tries to center it, but it's knocked away. It's picked up by Knittel. He has it behind the net. It's picked up by Ditch. Ditch has it on his stick. His centering back to Dorn in the slot. Ooh, his stick. His stick was blocked before he could get a shot off. Good defensive play. Dorn is looking to make sure his stick wasn't broken. That's Dorn's sweet spot right there in the slot. He can usually snipe it in from there, but they blocked his shot that time. Face off taken by Sting. Goes back to Vogel at the point. He sends it back down low. Centering past the Ditch. He takes a shot. Ooh, good save. And it's knocked to the corner. Kane sent it around to the other side. And Knittel picks it up. He's circling around. Tries to send it over to Scales, but it's deflected out of the zone. Scales has it. He sends it in deep. And they call offsides. So offsides on the Sting. I thought he had cleared the zone before Scales sent it back in him, but I guess he didn't. So 43 seconds ago in the first period. Face-off coming to center ice. Let's see. Land, Trader, Otero are out with Scales and Vogel. Canes tries to send it in. It's intercepted by Scales. He can't get it out. It's poked out by Otero, but it's knocked away from him, and the Canes are going back into the Sting zone. They send it in deep. Vogel goes back to chase it. He tries to send around the boards, but it's blocked. It's tied up in the corner again. 20 seconds to go in the period. It's finally dug out. Trader has it along the boards. He tries to chip it up, but it's blocked. Canes hold it in. It's picked up by Vogel behind the net again. He flips it off the boards to Trader. Trader chips it up, but not out. 9 seconds to go in the period. It's blocked. Trader has it along the boards. He's cut off. And they call a penalty. They call interference. Hey, they finally called interference. So Trader dumped the puck into the zone, and then the guy comes in and interfered with him. So we have Sting are going to go on a power play for a minute and a half. 1.5 seconds to go in the period. So unless they can shoot it right off the face-off, that's going to do it for the first period. But starting the second period, the Sting are going to be on a power play. Face-off taken by Capelin. He tried to get a shot off, but it was blocked. And that'll do it for the first period. The Sting take a 3-0 lead into the second period. Got to keep up this good pressure and aggressiveness that they're playing with this game. I'm actually a little surprised they called that interference. There's a couple other more obvious interference calls than that one that they haven't called so far. So. Okay, so the Sting have not been very successful on their power play lately. They struggled with it up in Chicago last weekend. But you never know. Power play comes and goes sometimes for this team. So it looks like starting off the power play will be Capelin, Middles, and Pickle with Gwynn and Field. So face-off is taken by the Hurricanes. They dump it in deep into the Sting zone. They kill about 15 seconds off the power play with that play. Field has it behind the net, looking to set it up. And now he goes. Sends it ahead to Gwynn. Gwynn sends it rink wide over to Capelin. Capelin gets it into the Canes zone. He goes to the slot, plays it over to Middles. Middles with a shot, good save by the Canes goalie. Sting pick it up. They're looking to settle it down, set up power play. Capelin has at the dot, backdoor pass to Gwynn, a little too far for him. And they are calling a penalty on somebody for cross-checking. It is the Canes. They'll have a cross-checking penalty, so the Sting will have a 5-on-3 for 54 seconds. Must have happened in front of the net. I was watching the puck, so I didn't see it. Dorn and Salas come out for the wingers for the Sting. So Sting need to win this face-off to set up this 5-on-3. They win it. They play it back to the point. Gwynn has it. Plays it over to Field. Field back to Gwynn. Sends it to Field. Back down to Capelin. Capelin walks in. He takes a shot and a goal. Pops a water bottle. 4-0 Sting. Capelin has the hat trick. So since that was a 5-on-3 goal, the Sting will still have the 5-on-4 for a minute 18. I think that's Capelin's 40-something goal of the season already. Let's see. So now we have Axe and Scales come out for the defensive pairing. I'm really glad this is the only game we play on this sheet because it's very difficult to see. The rest of the games, I should have a more traditional angle for the rest of the games. So 4:13 to go in the second. Stinger on the power play steal. They win the faceoff. They're regrouping in the defensive zone. Axe is skating up with it. He gains zone entry. No one's picking it up. He centers it, but his centering pass is blocked. Canes have it. They cycle behind the net. It's knocked away by Freeman. He centers it to Capelin. Capelin with a shot, hits the bar, rebound, and it's in. Power play goal by Axe. The Sting take 5-0 lead with 13:52 to go in the second period. So 2 power play goals for the Sting after they went 0 for a million last weekend on the power play, so that's a good sign. Looks like the Canes are making a goalie change. Now we got Ditch, Freeman, and Salas out with Axe and Scales. Sting regroup in their zone. They send it cross ice over to Knittel. He tried to center it, but it's knocked away. I think that's Knittel out there. I can't tell. Canes get it up and out of the zone. It goes by everybody. Axe goes back to retrieve it. Sends it over to Scales on the regroup. He kind of whiffs on the pass. The Canes intercept. They hold it into the Sting zone. They take a shot through traffic. It's deflected. Sticked away by Skorupski. And they almost hit Freeman on a breakaway. The Canes go back. Their guy hadn't cleared the zone, and it'll be offsides on the Canes. 13:14 to go in the second period. So they're taking the face-off back to their side of the neutral zone. Otero, Land, and Trader are out with Field and Vogel. Face-off taken by somebody. Still bouncing around. The Canes have it. They spin off our defender. They go into the Sting zone. Land with the back check. He picks up the puck. He's skating out with it. He tried to get it out of the zone, but it's intercepted. They have it on the back door and the goal. They intercept the Sting's clearing pass. They had a guy wide open on the back door. They cut into the Sting lead. It's now 5-1. So you can't make mistakes like that or they will make you pay. When you got a clearing opportunity, you got to get it out. Skorupski had no chance on that one. I think the Sting were going to have a penalty called on them. So face-off taken by the Sting. Field has it. He plays it off the boards up to Otero. Otero sends it into the zone. He's crushed. He's getting up a little slow, but he's back in the action. He picks off the stick. It's picked up by Vogel. Vogel holds it in. He sends it in, and it's offsides on the Sting. So 12:39 to go in the second period. Hurricanes are able to get one back on a sloppy turnover by the Sting. So Capelin, Middles, and Pickle are out for the forwards now. Face-off taken by the Sting. Goes over to Vogel. He plays it off the boards. Capelin chases in after it. He has it. It's knocked away from him. Hurricanes try to go out of the zone. Vogel pinches. He takes a one-timer. Blocker saved by the Canes goalie. It's down the corner. Capelin plays it to the point. Field walks in. He takes a shot. It's blocked. Sent to the net by Pickle. It's picked up by Middles behind the net. He's knocked off the puck. Capelin picks it up, and the Canes are going the other way. They send it rink wide into the Sting zone. They walk in. They take a shot. Held on to by Skrupski. Little extracurricular activity after the play. A little pushing and shoving. 15, 16-year-old boys pushing and shoving. Looks like both teams are getting the guy sent off for that one with 12:07 to go in the second. Ditch, Freeman, and Salas come out with Gwynn and Axe. Face off, taken by the Sting. They send it to the corner. Axe sends it up the boards, tipped out by Freeman. That's going to be, they wave off icing. Salas goes back and wins the race to the puck. He has it in the corner. Canes take it, they send it out of the zone. Gwynn has got to regroup, he sends it in deep, and Salas is on the forecheck. Canes play it around the boards. They can't get out of the zone. It's held in by Axe. And it's held in by Freeman. Picked up by Ditch along the boards. He puts on the brakes. He's looking to center. It goes back to Gwynn at the point. He whiffs. He sends it back in deep. Salas picks it up behind the net. And there's a battle for it in the corner. Salas loses a stick in the pile-up. And the Canes are coming out of the zone with it. They send it in. Freeman has it. He drops it off for Axe on the regroup. Axe is still skating with it. His pass through the middle is intercepted. We gotta be better with our defensive zone passing. Canes send it in deep from the Sting zone. It rings around. Gwynn goes back to get it. He sends it up the boards. The Canes intercept. Josie lifts their stick. He sends it down deep, and that'll be icing on the Sting with 10:46 to go in the period. Sting are on their heels a little bit here after that goal by the Canes. Need to get their intensity back. Land, Knittel, and Dorn come out with Scales and Vogel. Face off. Tied up. It goes back to the Canes at the point. Takes a shot through traffic. It's blocked by Vogel. And Land picks it up, skates out of the zone, sends it up to Dorn. Dorn goes into the Canes zone. Cross-ice pass. It goes behind Knittel, and the Canes are going the other way. It's poked away by Scales. And Vogel goes back to get it. He plays it high off the glass. But it deflects into the Canes bench, and we'll have a face-off in the Sting zone. Field and the Canes player come out of the box for their coincidental minors. We got Knittel on the ice. Canes win the face-off. They play back to the point. They're shot through traffic. Glove saved by Skrupski. He'll hold on for a face-off. We got Knittel out there, so we'll see if we win the face-off and run the bank play to him again. But Canes win the face-off. Their shot was blocked partially. Vogel has it behind the net, plays it up to Dorn. Dorn flips it high off the glass, and that's going to be not make it to the goal line. Land goes back and gets the puck. He's tied up by two Cane players. Canes dig it out. They send it high out of the zone. They are calling something. What are they calling? They are calling Sting on a penalty. Looks like Land is going off for something. I don't know what the ref's calling here. Roughing. So roughing on Land. Stinger going the penalty kill for the next minute and a half. Capelin and Trader are out with Scales and Vogel for the start of this penalty kill. Capelin shoots the face-off out of the zone. Trader's chasing after it. They spin off him, and the Canes are going the other way. They lose the handle, but he gets it back, goes into the zone. Trader knocks him over. They send the pass to the slot. It's off his stick to the corner. And Canes settle it down, and they're setting it up. He has it along the blue line, plays to the guy at the point. He walks into the slot, drops it off to the guy at the dot. He takes a shot through traffic. That hits something. It's behind the net. Scales has it. He plays around the boards. The Canes hold it in. Canes circle in the corner, looking for options. There's already less than a minute to go in this penalty. These minute and a half penalties are really short. Fluttering puck. Ooh. Tricky little save for Skrupski. He had to come out and play that like a shortstop before the short hop. 47 seconds go in the penalty. Fresh legs coming out for the Sting. Ditch and Field and Gwynn and Otero come out. Face off, taken by the Canes. It's poked out of the zone by Otero. He's chasing after it shorthanded. He picks up the puck. He still has it. Good forecheck by Otero. Really good job by him. Stanger killing off some more time on this penalty. And they killed off about 20 seconds there with the good forecheck. Field has it. He plays up the boards to Otero. Otero sends it in deep. And the Canes pick it up, and they're going the other way. They get into the Sting zone. They've got 10 seconds to work with. They send it rink wide. Defender picks it up. He has a little trouble handling it. Sends it toward the front of the net. Hits the shaft of the stick. Just bouncing around in front of the net. And that will do it for the penalty on land. He's back on the ice. Canes have it. Their pass is blocked to the corner. Canes pick it up again. They send it to the point. He takes a shot through traffic. Ooh. Good save by Skrupski. We got some pushing and shoving going on. Gwynn just got punched in the face. We'll see if they call anything out of this. We'll probably send one off from each team again. So we got two from each team going off. These refs are trying to keep this game under control. So that's Ditch and Gwynn that goes off, and then two Canes players go off. So Capelin, Middles, and Pickle are out for the face-off with Axe and Scales. Face-off taken by the Canes, but Middles takes it away from him. He sends it ahead to Pickle. Pickle's going into the zone with speed. He's got a 2-on-1 with Middles. He takes a shot. Nice save. Bounces behind the net. Middles picks it up. He almost dug it out, and the Canes come away with it. They put on the brakes behind the net. They reverse it to the other side, and they send it through the middle to the Canes guy, streaking through the zone. They get into the Sting zone. Their centering pass goes through the legs of everybody to the other side. It's poked up by Capelin, but out of the zone. They take a shot. It's deflected. It goes wide of the net. Canes have it at the blue line. He does a little Cale Makar move, gets it down to the point. Oh, backdoor pass knocked away by Pickle. And Pickle chips it up ahead. Oh, it's blocked. And we have a hand pass call on the Canes. So we'll have a face-off back to center ice. So after the couple early goals by the Sting this period, the Canes have really picked it up. They've been putting a lot of pressure on the Sting. They've had a couple of good chances. They've put one in so far. Sting need to try to tilt this ice back in the other direction. Face-off taken by Salas. He goes into the Canes zone. Tries to toe drag around the defender. He's blocked. Freeman picks it up. Centering pass goes through everybody to the corner. Pile up in front of the net. We're going to have another penalty. Penalty fest for this game so far. We're going to have probably an interference call. We call it roughing. So we got roughing on the Canes. Sting are going to go on a minute and a half power play with 7:13 to go in the period. So we have Land and Salas and Freeman out with Vogel and Field. Face off tied up at the dot. Freeman has it. He sends it back to Field at the point. Field sends it back down low to Land. Land plays it to the point to Vogel. Vogel back to Land. He's at the top of the circle, sends it towards the net. It hits Salas, who was laying on the ice. Vogel picks it up. He chips it off the boards to Land. Still held in. Land still has it on his stick. And the Canes clear it out of their zone. Vogel goes, see who is that? As Land goes back to get it, his pass is blocked. Field has it. He's knocked down into the boards, and Land picks it up. He puts on the brakes, he goes the other way. There's 53 seconds to go in the power play. He sends it over to Field. He's skating up with it. His cross-ice pass is sent back down the ice by the Canes, and that'll be icing. With 43 seconds going power play, the 4 players that were in the tussle are now back onto their benches. So a little bit more breathing room in the penalty boxes now. Capelin, Dorn, and Knittel are out with Scales and Axe for the second half of the power play. Face off taken by somebody. Canes send it up and out of the zone. And that is not going to make it for icing. Scales has to go back to get it. He circles around the net. Canes are putting on good forecheck right now. They reverse it over to Capelin. Capelin sends it rink wide, but his pass is blocked. But unlucky bounce for the Canes. That goes back in offsides. And there's only 20 seconds left to go in the power play. So good forecheck by the Canes on this penalty kill. Sting have not been able to get anything set up. Face off, taken by the Sting. It goes back to Scales. Drops it off for Axe. Axe banks it off the boards. Really bad angle. Goes to the front of the net. And I didn't move the camera, but a little careless pass there by the Sting. And it came to the front of the net. Skrupski had the cover for a face-off. Good thing Skrupski was paying attention. So another defensive zone face-off on the power play. You don't like to see those. Face-off taken by the Sting. Axe has it. Plays it around the boards to Scales. And that's going to do it for the power play. Good penalty kill by the Canes. Capelin skating out of the zone with it. He's looking to make something happen. He cuts between 2 guys. He's knocked off the puck, and the Canes pick it up. They skate into the Sting zone. They cut to the middle, and it's knocked away. Capelin chases after it. He kicks it over to Axe. Axe is shoved into the boards. And battle for it in the corner. Capelin digs it out. And he's skating out of the zone with it. He tried to chip it off the glass, but it went over the glass into the stands. Luckily, it's not the NHL, so he doesn't get a delay of game penalty. 5:12 to go in the second period. Trader, Ditch, Otero are out with Vogel and Field. See if this line can get the ice tilted back into the Sting favor. Face-off taken by the Sting. Field has it. He sends it around the net to Vogel. Vogel tries to send it to Trader, but it's a bad pass behind him. They can't handle it at the blue line. Otero's going in with Ditch, 2-on-1. He walks in. Otero takes a shot. A good save. Trader picks up the rebound, sends it back to the point to Field. Field sends it back over to Vogel. Vogel twirls. He sends it towards the net. It's blocked by the Canes. And they flip it out of the zone. Canes are going in. They take a shot. It goes wide. Sting get it out of the zone. Otero's going in with Trader. Otero tried to get it to Trader, but the pass is too far. And the Canes get it out of the zone again. Vogel sends it ahead to Ditch. Ditch gets it. He sends it in deep. And Otero's on the forecheck as the Sting are changing. They lose the handle. Otero picks it up. They pile up in the corner. Shot by Ditch. Good save. Rebound. It's deflected. Popped up in the air. And the Canes goalie covers for a face-off. Hard to see what's going on from this far away. But good pressure by the Sting. They finally tilted the ice a little bit that shift. Land, Pickle, and Middles are out with Gwynn and Axe. Face-off taken by the Canes. They send it up and out of the zone. They're streaking through the neutral zone with speed. They go into the Sting zone. He takes a shot. It's blocked by Axe. Pickle tries to chip it out and is held in at the blue line. Then he pokes it ahead. Canes get into the sting zone. They do a good pass. Their shot goes just over the net. It rings around the boards. They hold it in. They send it to the front of the net, and Skrupski is able to cover for a face-off. 3:48 to go in the second period. Kaplan and Salas and Freeman come out for the face-off. Face-off sent to the opposite corner. Gwynn goes over to get it. He sends it up off the glass, out of the zone, but they say he held it in. They send it to the far side. Axe has it. Tried to hit Salas on the stretch pass, but he missed, and it'll be icing on the Sting. Stinger a little discombobulated right now. Face-off coming back into the Sting zone. Canes win the draw, but it's taken away by Salas. Salas tried to get around defender blocked it, and they send it in. They send it in offsides, I guess the call is. Okay, I guess it's offsides. So we'll have a face-off out of neutral zone. Face-off taken by the Canes. Canes have been winning a lot of face-offs lately. They send it in deep, goes behind the net. Skrupski comes out to play it, plays it off the glass, up the boards. It's sent up ahead, and it's kind of brought back in offsides. So we've had about 4 whistles in 17 seconds here. A little bit choppy at the moment. And Canes win the face-off again. They send it in deep on goal. Skrupski plays it over to Scales. Scales reverses it over to Vogel. Vogel skating out of zone. He hits Freeman on the stretch, Salas on the stretch pass. It goes on net. Goalie tried to send it up, but Kaplan intercepts it. He walks in, he takes a shot. It's deflected behind the net. Kaplan can't pick up the bouncing puck, and the Canes have it behind their net. They send it up through the neutral zone. Scales is back. He plays it off the boards. It's dropped off for Kaplan. Kaplan goes into the zone. He cuts to the slot. He takes a shot. It's blocked. And now the Hurricanes backhanded out of the zone. It's picked up by Vogel. It's tipped in deep by Kaplan. He's going off for a change. Ditch holds it into the zone. He sends it back into the corner. Centering pass, no one's there for the Sting. Canes whiff on it, and it's held in by Dorn. Dorn has it down in the corner. Sends it back to the point, but it's too far. Skrupski comes out to play it. I guess that wasn't a pass. I guess the Canes player sent that down the ice. So that'll be icing. 2:08 to go in the period. Knittel and Dorn are out with Ditch, Field, and Gwynn. A lot of goals early in this period. Settled down quite a bit here, second half of this period. Ditch takes the face-off. It's held in by Field, but he can't get it in deep, and the Canes are coming out of the zone with it. They flip it in, little saucer pass. They can't handle it. Back 1-2 pass. Ooh, really good tic-tac-toe passing by the Canes, but they can't put in the shot on the back door. They center it. It's intercepted. It's sent to the sideboards by Field. It's tied up by Dorn. Canes send it back behind the net. Gwynn goes back to get it. He's pinched off onto the boards, and Dorn has it. He centers it right to the Canes player in the slot. He had no one there either. Knittel sends it rink wide to Dorn on the breakout, and the Canes intercept it, and they're going the other way. There's a collision at center ice, and Canes player is down. The two players, I think, were reaching up to grab the puck, and they didn't see each other, and they collided. So hopefully he's all right. Both players were going up with the puck, so they're looking up at the puck, and then they collided. Yeah, kind of a weird play.
Shoulder or head?
It was like his midsection.
Looks like he's dead.
Canes player is up. Can't really tell what he's favoring, but looks like he's going to skate off. There's going to be an intermission in a minute 25 anyway. Maybe got hit in the mouth. Looks like he's holding his mouth. I think CCM has trainers on site, so hopefully they'll go take a look at him. So a minute 25 to go in the second period, and we will have an ice scrape. Land, Trader, Otero, X, and Scales are out for the face-off. Face-off taken by the Sting. Scales plays it out of the zone. Otero has it now. He tries to play the center ice, but Trader isn't there. They send it back in. It's blocked down by the Sting. They walk in. They take a shot. It's deflected. It goes wide. Axe ties up the stick. They can't put in the rebound. It's picked up by Otero. He tries to send it out, but it's gloved down by their tall defenseman. Trader picks it up. He sends it to Otero, streaking through the zone. It's knocked away from Otero, and that little deflection put the Sting offsides with 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go in the period. Face off, won by the Canes. It's knocked away by Trader for a second. The Canes regroup and they send it out of the zone. They skate into the Sting zone with it. He's going through the slot. He gets around 3 Sting players and it is covered by Screwfy for a face off. So poor defense by the Sting there. And we'll have another defensive zone face off. Field and Vogel, Capelin, Pickle, and Middles come out for the Sting. Face off taken by the Sting. Vogel spins around with it. He plays it off the glass. Takes a weird bounce. Goes right to the stick of Capelin. He pokes it by the defender. He's going in with 2. He skates in. Centering pass. Middles was handcuffed on the pass. He couldn't put it in. Canes player crashed into the net, diving, trying to block the pass, and it knocks the net off. And we'll have a face-off with 33 seconds to go. See if Capelin runs the center slip play here from the right dot. Nope, wins it back to Middles. Middles with the shot. It's blocked down by someone, and it goes behind the net. Capelin has it in the corner. He cycles it down low to Pickle. The Canes knock it out of the zone. They send it through the neutral zone. They're going one-on-one field. They take a shot. Pad save by Screwfy. Capelin picks up the rebound with 14 seconds to go. Middles has it. Can't get it up and out of the zone. Now it's intercepted by Capelin. He's going wide. It's knocked off his stick, not out of the zone. It's sitting on the blue line of 5 seconds. And one last shot is deflected into the corner. And that will do it for the second period. The Sting take a 5-1 lead in the intermission. I think the Zamboni's pretty slow, so it might be a decent break here. So the ice scrape is done. Teams are about ready to get back on the ice. Hopefully they let this water freeze a little bit before they start play. These warm weather cities though, like when we were down in Dallas, they didn't let the water freeze at all before they started play. Now we're down in Florida, where it's going to take a little bit longer for the water to freeze. We'll see if they let them do that. It looks especially watery down by the goal. I think the Zamboni dumps 10 gallons of water at the goal crease every time it makes a pass. So the refs blew the whistle. Looks like we're about ready to start the third period. Sting have a 5-1 lead. Sting were all over them the first period and started the second period. Then the Canes got one back and the ice kind of tilted into the Canes' favor for most of the second period. So Sting need to get back to what was working for them at the start of the game, which was a relentless forecheck and lots of pressure. Starting out the third period would be Land, Salas, and Freeman with Gwynn and Axe. Face-off taken by the Sting. It's played ahead to Salas. Salas gets into the Canes zone. He drops it off for Land. Land tried to get over Freeman. It's on Freeman's stick, but it's knocked away before he could get a shot off. Canes send it diagonal and out of the zone. They're going the other way with it. They get the Sting line. They put on the brake. Their pass goes by everybody, luckily, because the goal is wide open. And it's knocked out of the zone by Salas. Salas skates into their zone. Sting are changing. He's rode into the corner. And the Canes have it going the other way. Dorn misses on the forecheck. They pick it up. They go through neutral zone, one toe drag. They whirl, take a shot saved by Skrupski. They cycle it behind the net, but it's picked up by Kaplan. And Kaplan's skating out of the zone with it. He knocks it ahead to himself. He's taken down. That will be a trip. So good pressure by Kaplan. He draws the tripping penalty. And the Sting will go on power play, 14:03 to go in the period. So for the power play, it'll be Kaplan, Dorn, Knittel with Scales and Axe. Or Vogel. That's 43, not 4. So Scales and Vogel are a defensive pair. Face off, taken by the Canes. They ring it around the boards to the other side. And it's held in by Scales. Scales sends it down low to Knittel. Knittel walks it up. Backdoor pass over to Kaplan. Kaplan thought about shotting, but they just cut off the lane. He spins. Sends it back to Vogel. Vogel drops it back down to Kaplan. Kaplan walks in. Backdoor pass. Scales with the shot. Pad save. Bounces off of Kaplan's stick. And the Canes are going in shorthanded. So, good puck movement by the Sting. Scales had a one-timer, but it bounced off his stick. He couldn't quite get a shot off, and the goalie was able to close the 5-hole before he could get the shot through. Doran got his stick knocked out of his hand, so he had to go to the bench. Trader comes on for him. Kaplan picks it up. Trader's driving the net. Kaplan tried to send a pass to him, but it was too far. Knittel can't hold it in. Knittel gets it back. He goes down into the corner with it, and Kaplan gathers the puck. He walks to the slot, sends it over to Vogel. Vogel snaps a shot. Save, it's loose. Trader tries to get the rebound. And Scales got the rebound. Really good save by the Canes goalie off that scramble in front of the net. 22 seconds to go in the power play. Ditch, Otero, and Trader are out with Vogel and Scales now. Hopefully they put in a goal in the last 22 seconds of the power play. Face-off. We got an unfair drop, I guess, on the face-off. They're going to do it again. Face-off. Taken by the Canes. They ring it around the boards. And it bounces over Vogel's stick. He can't hold it in. He's got to go back to get it. Vogel has it. He tries to play it up and out, but is blocked. He has the puck. He plays it over to Otero, and that's going to do it for the power play. We're back to 5-on-5. Otero centers it to Ditch. Ditch's stick is tied up, and he can't get a shot off. And the Canes backhand it out of the zone. Gwynn picks it up. He sends off the board to Trader. Trader tips it into the Canes zone. And Ditch is on the forecheck. Canes send it all the way down the ice for icing. So 12-16 to go in the period. Sting had some pretty good chances on that power play. Canes goalie made a really good save on one of those opportunities, and it stays a 5-1 game. Land, Pickle, and Middles come out with Field and Gwynn. Face off, taken by the Canes. They try to send it out, and they do. They get around Gwynn. They're going back at a 2-on-1. They cut to the middle. The shot goes wide. Good job by Middles on the back check to force him wide on that shot. Battle for it down in the corner. And the Sting don't dig it out? No, they do have it. Land has it behind the net. He spins around the other way. He's looking to break out. Flips it ahead to Middles. He can't handle the pass. And it's deflected into the Sting bench for a face-off. Sting had a little bit of trouble breaking out of their zone there with 11:43 to go in the period. So face-off coming to a neutral zone after that deflected into the Sting bench. Freeman and Salas come out with Capelin. Axe, maybe. No, that's Vogel. That's Vogel. No, that's Axe. That's Axe back there with Scales. Scales has the puck. He takes a hit in the corner and is sent up. Their shot's blocked by Capelin. They get it out of the zone, and Caplin's chasing after it. He can't quite get to it. Sting. Canes whirl and send it up the ice. Bank pass up to Capelin. He's into the Canes zone. His stick's tied up, and I just lost the signal. Their shot goes high and wide. Battle for it along the boards. Capelin gets it over to Freeman. Freeman's got one-on-one with the defender. He's got Capelin driving to the net. It's behind him. Axe picks it up. And Knittel pokes it to the corner. Battle for it. The Canes come away with it. Stinger changing. They bring it around the boards, and it's intercepted by Dorn. He gets it into the Canes zone. The Canes have got to regroup again. They send it rink wide, D to D. And their pass is blocked by Knittel. Stays in the Canes zone. Canes are circling behind their net. They send it up the boards, and they exit the zone, going through the neutral zone. They gain the line, get into the Sting zone. He's cutting to the middle, takes a shot. Glove save by Skrupski with 10:21 to go in the period. Trader and Otero are coming out for the Sting. Face off, taken by the Canes. They have it down in the corner. They drop it off. They're looking for options, looking for that backdoor pass. They flip it back to the point. He takes a shot through traffic. It's blocked. Goes right to their tape. Shot and a goal. So we blocked the shot. It goes right to their tape, and he puts it in on the doorstep for a 5-2 game now. So they've cut into the lead even further. Sting really need to pick this back up. If we blow a 5-0 lead, that will be horrendous. So now we got a 5-2 game. 10:08 to go in the third. Face off taken by the Sting. Gwynn flips it ahead, but the Canes take it. They shoot it down the ice, and they call icing. It was deflected off of Otero, so it shouldn't have been icing. but the refs missed it. So face-off in the Cane zone. 10 minutes to go in the period. Face-off, one back to Trader. He takes a shot. It's deflected. It goes just over the net. Otero has it along the boards. Cane send it around the other side. They send it up the boards and out of the zone. It's regrouped, sent over to Otero. They wave off. Then they call it icing. So face-off coming back to the Sting zone with 9:41 to go. The Hurricanes have cut into this deficit, and it's now a 5-2 game. Canes win the face-off back to the point. They take a shot. It goes behind the net. Sting come away with it, and it gets out of the zone. Otero has it. He flips it ahead. Sting can't handle it, and the Canes send it right back into the Sting zone. Axe has it behind the net. He sends it around the boards. Otero picks it up. His pass is blocked down. Land picks it up. He flips it ahead to Trader. Trader's going to the zone. He takes a shot. Goes off the stick of the goalie behind the net. Canes send it back to the point. Held in by Vogel. His shot is blocked by the Canes goalie. The Canes get it out of the zone. They flip it down the ice. And it does not make it for icing. Oh, Jesus. Axe whiffed on the pass right in front of the net. Luckily, the Canes couldn't pick it up. It's shot down the ice and it won't be icing. 8:46 to go. Ooh, that would have been really bad if they would have put one in there. They try to get out of zone, but they can't handle the pass. And Middles picks it up. Pickle has it on stick. He sends it to the opposite corner. And Middles is on the forecheck. Canes send it up. And the defenseman for the Sting overskates it. They go in 2-on-1. They take a shot, saved by Skrupski. It's poked out of the zone up to Middles. Middles is skating into the Cane zone. It's knocked off of his stick. He centers it to Kaplan. Kaplan sends a pass. It's knocked down. And it's knocked away from Vogel, and the Canes are going the other way, 2-on-1 again. He walks in. Toe drag, shot, and a save by Skrupski. With 7:59. I tell you what, the Canes are getting a lot of odd man rushes. Our defense keep missing on the pinches. I said that back in the first period when we were up by big, that the defensemen have got to watch that. And it keeps happening in this game. We cannot be giving up those odd man rushes when you're up this big, so they can gradually cut into this deficit. Faceoff goes out of the zone. Salas chases after it. Canes have it. They flip it to behind the net. Skrupski comes out to play it. There's a battle for it behind the net. Field comes away with it. Ditch goes back to help him. It's picked up by Gwynn. He flips it out of the zone. And Sting are chasing after it. Canes send it to their blue line. They send it to the guy streaking through the middle. They send a shot. It's saved by Skrupski to the corner. Canes send it behind the net. Their centering pass is blocked. Salas has it. He flips it high out of the zone. It finds the stick of Freeman. Freeman sends it in deep, and the Sting are changing. Ditch is in on the forecheck. He wins the race to the puck. He still has it in his skates. Knittle's there to help him. Knittle centers it, but it hits the back of the net. Now the Canes are coming out of their zone. They hit the guy streaking through the middle. Sting regroup. Over to Ditch. Ditch has it on his stick. He sends it over to Axe. Axe sends it up. One touch by Dorn to the middle, but no one's there for the Sting. Canes can't handle the pass on the regroup. They send it up the boards. And they're back into their zone. Dorn pokes it away from him. He's battling for it in the corner. And it goes behind the net. Canes come away with it. They send it around the boards. They try to one-touch it out. They do get it out. Land is on the back check. He cuts him off. He knocks the puck away. Really good play by Land. But the Sting can't get it out of the zone. Canes send it back behind the net. It's poked away. And it's still behind the net. They send it to the opposite side. Dorn is back there to get it. He flips it high, but it's not out. Canes are putting on good pressure right now. Knittle has it. He turns in front of the net, and he's skating out of the zone with it. He's going through the zone with speed now. He's cutting through the middle. Tries to get around one defender. He gets around. There's a collision in front. He tries to center it, and it's loose, and the goalie knocks it away. Sting for changing, and the Canes send it out of the zone. It's picked up by Trader. He makes one move. He makes another. He goes to the right. He takes a shot. His puck to the corner. Otero's on the forecheck. He knocks it back into the corner. He's still battling for it. Trader picks it up. He splits a couple defenders. He tries to center it, but the pass goes high. And the Canes come away with it with 5:35 to go in the period. They go into the Sting zone. It's knocked away by Vogel. And he gets it out of the zone. Canes have got to regroup. They send it through the middle. It's off his stick behind the net. Skrupski thought about coming out to play it, but he goes back into the crease. Canes pick it up. They get around 3 players for the Sting, and their shot saved by Skrupski through traffic. It's sent up and out. Takes a bad bounce back on the field stick. He wheels, turns it to Otero. He can't get it out of the zone, though. Now he finally does. And the Stinger making a quick change. 5 minutes to go in the period. Canes send it up through the neutral zone. Somehow finds the stick of that guy. He walks in. He's a backdoor pass. He can't corral the pass. And it goes behind the net. Middles has it. He sends it up to Capelin. Capelin sends it to the stick of Pickle. Now Pickle's going the other way, one-on-one. He takes a shot. It's glove down, and it's held by the goalie for a faceoff. So smart play by Pickle there. He sends a shot to the net, makes the goalie hold on to it for a faceoff with 4:37 to go in the period. So Ditch, Pickle, and Middles are out with Gwynn and Axe. A lot of action there. Face-off taken by the Sting. Axe has it at the point. He sends it back down low to Pickle. Pickle sends it back toward the middle. It bounces over his stick, and the Canes are going the other way. Ditch is on the back check. There's Pickle on the back check. He rides the player into the boards. Canes dig it out of the corner. And the Canes pick it up along the boards. They walk in. Their centering passes goes the other way. They try center again. It's knocked away. It's still in the corner. Collision behind the net. And it goes to the other side. Gwynn chases after it. He pins the player against the boards. 4 minutes to go in the period. And Gwynn just flips it high out of the zone. And the Sting are changing. Ditch is putting on the pressure. Canes have it. They send it up. They tip it into the Sting zone. Gwynn goes back to get it. He sends around the boards, but the Canes intercept it. Canes cycle it back down low. They got a centering pass that's knocked away by Ditch. He can't get it out. Now he does. They flip it down the ice. And that's Salas chasing over after it. He intercepts the pass from the goalie. It's still loose. He's cross-checked a few times. He's into a headlock. There's some pushing and shoving going on. The puck was still loose. The goalie had not corralled it. And it looks like they're sending off Salas too. So 3:25 to go in the period. Salas and the Canes player are going off. That puck was still loose, and Salas was just trying to poke it in. Canes took exception to it. They gave him a few shoves to the face. So we've got 3:25 to go in the period. 5-2 Sting lead. The Canes have been all over the Sting this period. The Sting have not had a good third period. So Knittel, Dorn, Capelin come out with Scales and Vogel. Face-off thing by Capelin. Oh, there's a center slip over to Knittel, but it went just under his stick, or it would have been another goal. They try to go through a neutral zone. They're headed off by Dorn. Dorn sends it in deep. Dorn will put on the forecheck pressure as the Canes look to break out of their zone. They send it up the board, just deflected, and they do poke it out. They send it rink wide behind their player. It's picked up by Knittel. It's deflected. It goes back into the Sting zone. Knittel plays it up to Scales. Scales whiffs on the clearing attempt, and the Canes hold it in. They have a centering pass and a goal. It's now a 5-3 game with 2:49 to go. Terrible turnover by the Sting. And they turned it over in their zone. So now it's a 2-goal game with lots of time left to go still. So Sting are playing terrible this third period. is now 5-3. 2:49 to go. Face off, taken by the Canes. They can't get it into the sting zone. It's sent up the boards by Otero. And the Canes get it up. It's picked up by Field. He sends it ahead. And there's a battle for it along the boards. They send it rink wide. They chip it ahead. Intercepted by Gwynn. He plays it off the boards to Trader. He can't handle the pass. They go the other way. Trader's on the forecheck. He shoves them into the boards. And their pass game, Otero whiffs on the pass again. Another whiffed pass by the Sting, and the Canes are going the other way. They take a shot. It goes wide. It's picked up by Otero. He chips it ahead. It bounces over to the stick of Trader. Trader's chasing after it. He has it on a stick. He sends it to the corner. He intercepts a clearing pass. He centers it to Land, coming in off the bench. Land walks in. He takes a shot. Save. Canes can't get it out. Gwynn with the shot through traffic. And is saved by the goalie into the netting with 1:52 to go in the period. So the Sting have not looked good. As good as the Sting looked in the first period and a half, they've looked just as bad the second period and a half. Face off, taken by the Canes. They go behind their net. They ring it around to the other side. And they go through neutral zone. It's knocked in by Middles, but he was just on the other side of the blue line. It'll be offsides for a face-off with 1:42 to go in the period. Goalie's fixing his equipment for the Canes. That's the delay here. All right, so the goalie's got his gear readjusted. We'll have the face-off here. Face-off shot into the zone by Land. It goes right to the goalie. He leaves it for the defenseman. They send it not out of zone. It's held in by Scales. Middles has it. He forces it back into the corner. Now the Canes are going out of their zone. They send it to the guy through the Mills. Intercepted by Axe, and he sends it down the ice. Now it'll be icing on the Sting with 1:19 to go in the period. Capelin, Salas, and Freeman come out. Scales and Vogel, or Axe. Scales and Axe are back on the defense. Face off, taken by the Canes. They try to send it. Sting can't clear it out of zone. It goes to the front of the net, and it's covered by Skorupski. And we'll have another face off. Sting have been on their heels the entire second half of this game. It was 5-0. Then the Canes got that one goal, cut it to 5-1, and ever since then the Canes have sprung to life, and the Sting have not answered. Face-off taken by the Sting is shot out of the zone by Vogel. So it's bank play. It's picked up by Salas. Shot, really good save on the break. His puck is loose, and Salas is getting shoved in the face again. The puck was not covered. Salas is making friends as usual. He's getting punched in the face. 1:01 to go in the period. Salas had a breakaway off the bank play. Really good save by the Canes goalie. So for some reason, Salas is getting a penalty too. Salas wasn't doing anything but being a human punching bag, and he's going off for a penalty. So 1:01 to go in the period. Dorn is out now, taking Salas' place for getting a penalty for being a human punching bag. Every single time the Canes goalie covers it, they start it. So anyway, face-off taken by the Sting. Dorn has it. He loses it. Canes send it high off the glass, out of the zone. And it's flipped into the Canes bench for a face-off. 52 seconds to go in the period. Face-off taken by the Canes. They send it deep into the Sting zone. Vogel goes back to get it. He has it on his stick. He reverses directions. He sends it around the boards to Gwynn. Gwynn has it. Canes pick it up. It's picked up by Vogel again. He sends it off the boards but not out. Canes send it back in and it's flipped not out of the zone still by the Sting. 30 seconds to go. They send it to the net. It goes through everybody. Canes have it behind the net. They're looking for options. It's intercepted by Knittel. Knittel sends it around the other way with 19 seconds to go. Canes send it back around the net. Gwynn picks it up. He sends it off the glass. That'll go down the ice. That will not make it for icing. Knittel wins the race to the puck. His shot goes wide. He has it on stick with 4 seconds to go. 3 seconds, and that will do it. So the Sting hold on for a 5-3 win. Sting started off with a big lead and did not look good the rest of the game once they put in that 5th goal, but they're able to hold on for a 5-3 win. Good start to the tournament. We're back at like 6:20 something, I think, and we're playing the South Florida Golden Wolves later tonight. So we'll see you then.